Yo, what up? This your boy MaDrique. Welcome to Soul Music, a place where I get some of the guys I respect. We talk music, art, sneakers, everything dope. So, as always, man, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Today, man, I'm with arguably one of the hardest working guys I know. You know, like the most consistent guys. A guy that I highly respect. Somebody who's a definition of staying in their own lane and focusing on them and not stopping. My man right here, Madison Jay.
Hey, Drake, I appreciate that intro, man. Thank you for having me,
You
bro.
know it's all love, man. Thank
Super
you for
love,
coming
bro.
through.
Never a problem, bro.
How you
already
been,
know.
man?
Above ground.
That's tight. How you been with this pandemic, man? You been holding up?
It's crazy. The pandemic is actually, I've been functioning like pretty normally outside of just, regular routines of mask up, distancing. But with the music and things of that nature, it's kind of been business as usual. Just the lack of shows, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing to frustrate.
Yeah, it's that lack of shows.
You love that stage,
and it's crazy. It put in perspective of just how important shows are, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? As a fan and as an artist, like, those things really matter with those
And I think
shows.
a lot of us took that for granted, too. Because like, we can do another show.
Oh, yeah.
It's a show next week. I want to see some live music. I
Right.
can go. Then it stops. And you're like, bro, I forgot how much I
stopped.
love this joint. We
Yeah.
be like, man, I'm tired, man. I got 4 shows a night.
Right.
But we realized, like, dang, that was really our life,
Exactly.
Bro. Did you catch the Rona?
No, sir.
Yo, me neither.
Yeah,
my
no,
boy.
sir. No one
I made
around,
it, bro.
and like no one around me that I know of had it either.
Wow,
But,
I know a few people that got it. Luckily, nobody died from it or like that. They healed, did they 14 days, and bounced back,
Right.
man.
And condolences to those that did unfortunately did pass away from
and
the
anybody
virus.
lost their job or whatever to this, because it was a crazy time,
yeah,
man.
especially with work, man. Work is like the whole workspace has been a whole 180. People up, starting new endeavors as well as endeavors ending. And I definitely on that end, people that I know have definitely been impacted from that. But
yeah, man, I'm hearing stories of guys who ain't been working in a year, man.
Well, yeah,
like 6
yeah.
months to a year.
yeah,
But grace of God, man. A lot of cats are staying afloat, but
Right.
it's real tough, man. It's
It
real
is.
tough. It's real tough. So, man, I always know a few questions I always wanted to ask you, man.
Yes, sir.
The name Madison Jay.
yes, sir.
Where did that come from? How'd you come up with that? Like, what does that mean?
All right, so one day, bro, I was I got back in high school. I think it was probably my junior year. Shout out to Mr. Rayhorn, man, at Athens Drive.
Shout out Athens, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
man. We were doing I think it was the joint before the test where you do like a review of the material that's going to be on the test.
Yeah.
So, going through, and this was in U.S. history, and I'm in the back of the glossary, and at this time, music-wise, of course, starting up, shout out to my Headhunters, H-Gang family, I was going through a transition of like, yo, all right, I'm doing this rap thing. I need a new name that's really going to like set the foundation for me. And at first my name was like Messiah, but I never really kind of went hard with that. It was just something that I would, all right, if I'm a rap, that's what I'll go by.
Yeah.
But I'm in class and I'm looking at the glossary in the back of the U.S. history book, and I run across James Madison and John Jay. And of course, it's last name first. So it was like literally Madison and then Jay. And I seen it and I was like, yo, I like that. I like the Madison. Something about it just like stuck out to me. And then the J, I just loved how it was like Jay.
Yeah.
Mind you, you got Hove at that time. So I'm just like that J. It's not just one letter. It's the Jay. I need that. I want to take that Madison and J and I want to put it together. And as I sat in class, I done forgot all about the test joint now. Like, this name. And I'm looking at it and I make like a little acronym for it. But I went to the lunch. It was like after class, went to lunch, and I told the homies, like, yo, this is the new name, Madison Jay. And of course, everybody like, yo, that joint kind of fly, but like, where you get it from? And I kind of did like a breakdown of how I got it. And then from there, it just grew a life of its own. So now I'm at the stage of my life where people think my name is Madison.
Yeah.
Like Madison Jay. And it's not.
See, that's what I thought. No,
Right.
I thought that was like, coming from your before we
Right.
got cool.
Right.
I thought that was like your real name.
Right.
So that's a super interesting story, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
That's amazing.
I wanted to have something that just like it can stand the test of time. And before you even meet me, like I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm on a marquee and somebody sees Madison Jay, might not know, from whatever. If you see that name, what type of emotion are you gonna get out of it? and for me, it's like, yo, people being intrigued, like Madison, and what type of show is this? Is it hip hop? Who the hell's Matt? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it a white chick? Is it it's a dude?
You know, I think about that too. You know, I heard a story where Jamie Foxx was like he had to make his name Jamie to get on the bill and all that stuff. So it's a good thing too. They don't know what to expect.
Right.
They don't know like what to do.
Right.
So that's dope, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro.
That's dope. So how long have you been rapping?
I've been rapping, man, probably since like I would say probably the early 2000s in terms of like rapping. You know what I mean? Ciphers in the lunchroom, you know, going from school to school, battling cats. Actually, in terms of, I say, having legit business and having a sense of artistry, probably like since 2009.
Dope.
At least for myself, Madison Jay, because I was in a group. Shout out to H Gang, and that's kind of where the foundation, at least of me, came from, and then just kind of things dissolving with the group, having to stand on my own. Yeah, I would say probably like 2009 when I dropped Raps Like Wrestling.
So when did you take it from, you know what, this is something I want to do, this is an idea,
Right?
And I'm gonna do this joint for real? Was it 2009?
Yeah, it was 2009.
Before that, when you was like, you know what,
it was 2009, and like I had like some, like I call them demos. As I look at it now, it was more like demos. But you couldn't told me they weren't albums that could have been, the source could have like reviewed or double XL. Like you couldn't told me that, but mixing was terrible. You know what I mean? Like, no, this is not something that I want to, you know, present out to the world as like my first.
Yeah.
But Raps Like Wrestling in 2009, that was my first, like, yo, I'm getting graphic art, I'm shooting visuals, I'm getting it registered in a sense. That was just the first catalyst of me, like, all right, becoming a businessman within the music game. Because from there, then each project, it was like, all right, merch, adding things onto the layers to help the brand grow.
That's tight. That's tight. So, like, where's your from rap starting in 2009, right? Where's your outlook at music? Now, I'll give you an example. Like, for me, I know when I started, it was like, you know, man, I don't care how it sound, man. I'm gonna just rap and put it out. People love it. Then it went from, yo, man, I'm gonna get a deal.
Right.
I'm gonna get a deal. So now I'm at a point where this joint is like, you know what? I'm gonna just make music and create music for the people that support me. So from 2009 and seeing, because, you know, if you started rapping around 2000, you started rapping in 2009.
Right.
You done seen the blog era. You done seen writing Sharpie on CDs. You done seen streaming come in. You done seen YouTube change, all that stuff. What is your outlook on music now? Is it still the same from 2009?
I love it. It's definitely changed up since 2009. Mind you, 2009, we're probably looking at the beginning of a, I want to say probably like this is like CD Baby era.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? CD Baby, stream, like iTunes is definitely like becoming like a place of where you can get music. Download was still popping in, so of course, you know, you can easily download something. But to see where it's grown, like a lot of people from, you know what I mean, from my era will be like, yo, I don't like it or anything like that. I love it. I love the evolution. I love the growth because, you know, as anything in life, it has to evolve. It has to grow. So to see where it's come from just in that time frame, I love it. You know what I mean? Me as an artist, I've grown with the artistry. And just like you said, Drake, it was a thing of like, I'm at the point now where I make content not to get a deal, not to get signed, but to, you know, to satisfy the people who've been rocking with me since 2009 and, you know, years prior.
Important.
Like, you know, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are going to make and break me. You know, some magical executive or A&R that I'm going to try to catch, you know, that's happening. You know, that's not to say that's a bad thing, but what good is, you know, if I don't reach or achieve to get to that person, what good does it do as opposed to, like I said, the people who have been rocking with me from previous projects who have supported me financially, you know what I mean, kept me afloat. Why would I not try to appease them and satisfy them with the content that I've put out and that they're asking for, you know? So
that's dope, man. That's a super dope outlook, and I feel like a lot of people focus on the people that's not supporting them.
Yeah.
When it's, because I ain't gonna lie, man, some of my favorite artists, I be feeling disrespected when they be like, yo, man, everybody's sleeping on me, nobody support me. I'm like, bro, I just bought like a $50 shirt from you, bro.
Now.
And I
merch,
just bought like
your
all your
latest,
albums.
yeah.
I be like, bro, what you mean, Cash?
Right.
And it make me not want to. It's like, bro, you're not even focusing on the people who's doing it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You can never, as an artist, as a creator, you can never lose sight of those people because they are, you know, they're the most loyal. They're the loyalist. of your content, of your brand. And it's like, yo, you definitely want to make sure they're always satisfied, because if they leave out, what else is left,
Exactly. So how was it? I always want to know, man, how was it like rapping for Slay?
Listen, I'm talking about coming up under the era of listening to Clue tapes, listening to DJ Drama tapes, listening to K Slay, the Drama Hour, listening to these freestyles, like to actually be in Shade 45 Sirius XM studio and look like yo, that's K Slay, like bro, that's DJ K Slay, the Drama King. This nigga's got the Drama King chain, like yo, this is real right now. And to go in, and my whole purpose was like, I'm about to spaz.
Yeah.
I have to go in and like set a tone for myself, because this is an opportunity that's not going to come. It may not come again. So I need to make sure I leave an impression. And then for him to, be accepting of me and to, show love to the joint. I'm like, yo, K Slay, bruh. K Slay. Like me and my homies, we had an inside joke, man, on K Slay mixtapes. He used to like, when it would be like a hard bar, I'd be like, damn. And we just, certain instances, we'll just go around, damn. And I'm like, this is the dude who says that. And I'm like, yo, I'm actually in this man's presence. And he's like an OG, knowing where he's come from, being a crazy, because a lot of people don't know K Slay, like his graffiti game is nasty. Like that's really his come up in hip hop. Then he became a DJ, but his graffiti hand is just crazy. Then just the movements he's been a part of throughout the years, and just to see like me rubbing elbows with this dude's got his damn hand on my shoulder, like yo, it was just a blessing, man. And really, I just got to give all praises due to the creator to put me in this position, because at the end of the day, without the big homie, I wouldn't be doing any of this. So it was just one of those feelings, bro, of like, it'll always be surreal.
That's crazy. And what about like, I see you we got it right here, man. See you in the
Yes,
double
sir.
XL.
Yes,
and this
sir.
is an important. This freshman list, man, is an important joint. Like you can see, I got one on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Come
the
on
first
now.
one inspired me. So how was it being in this joint right here, though?
Again, bro, I collected Double XL, Source, Respect Mag, Ozone. Shout out to Julia Beverly. Like I am an avid supporter of the culture. So like I'm talking about having those subscriptions to these magazines, looking at them, looking at my heroes, looking at people that like, in a sense, in the early stages, emulating them, seeing their come up with the Source, with Unsigned Hype, like wanting to be a part of some type of a part of that, and then to be in the Double XL, and I look at that joint like every week, and I'm like, bro, you're in this magazine. And I when my subscription went out, I used to steal them. You know what I mean? Like I had to keep the collection going. I can't miss March. I gotta hurry up. And get that joint. Like,
Got to.
Okay, I'm out. To like, honestly, man, it was just one of those things. Like, and I'm an avid reader, so I just love to read. What goes on in the culture within these books, because before the internet, blogs, and things of that nature, social media. This was the social media right here.
Exactly.
This is how you tapped in with an artist that you respect, that you like, that you might be tapping into. This is what it was. So like I said, page 86, to be in there. And I told myself like, yo, we're going to jump for joy. We're going to celebrate. But don't forget, man, we need that cover. Not necessarily the freshman, but we need a cover story, or we need a bigger story in there. So that's what we're going to push for. That's what we're going to strive for. But at the end of the day, it's just motivation for those to stay true to themselves, stay true to your craft, keep working, man, because at the end of the day, shit can shake.
That's for real. You're true. You're right. So going from like, us putting out music on Twitter,
right,
Facebook, you know what I'm saying? And then to going to rapping for K Slay,
right,
to being in Double XL. Has that added to your drive?
Yes, sir, it has, because especially at the stage where I'm at in my life, it's like just to make those moves. And mind you, this is like within a 2-year, within a 2-year thing, shit is up. Like, and at the end of the day, sky's the limit. There's other things that are going to be coming. And it's just so crazy, man. Before the pandemic hit, there was a plan to like really, because I had just released the album, to really, get shit shaking. And unfortunately, pandemic threw everything in a thwart, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it just motivated me like, yo, if you did that, then there's so much more that's on the horizon. You just gotta continuously keep pushing though.
Facts. That's a fact, man. You got to. Can't stop for nothing.
Can't stop.
So you rapping and starting rapping in the early 2000s.
Right.
And really like taking it serious in 2009. And once again, I tell you, like, I remember DMing you one day, and I was like, man, what? I respect you because you never stopped.
I remember that,
bro.
yeah. I remember
you
that
never
DM,
stopped.
bro.
Now it's from the heart. I just want to let you know, like, bro, you're not alone. Like, cats see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So from 09 to 21, that's a long time.
Yes, sir.
And you're still dropping projects.
Yes, sir.
What drives you to keep going, bro?
It's just the love of the culture, bro. It's the love. Like, I actually put out, I think it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday, like, I'm always going to keep putting out music, you know, at the end of the day, just because I have a love for it. And I'll do it if it's one person to a million people that are listening. It's just something in me that creative outlet. I got to create. Like, I got to write, because I still write in notebooks and stuff like that. So, like, yo, I get some idea. I got to write.
Yeah.
Granted, I got to record. You know what I mean? It's just that love of that creative outlet and that process of creating. I'm always going to be involved in that. And I want to take the energy though, and whether it be my kids or something like that, or up and coming artists, to give that energy as well. Because I just don't want to hold it all in for me. Like, you know, get the next generation or the next thing that's coming up, give them again that same energy. So, you know, just reciprocate it, man. But just at the end of the day, it doesn't, like I said, 1 to a million. Whoever's listening, I'm always gonna create.
That's dope. That's dope, and that's inspiring. Like, literally, you know, it's inspiring to a lot of people who watch you, and like even like down to your kids, people who follow you online. It's inspiring because they like, yo, I seen this man never give up.
Right.
I'm gonna keep going.
Can't, man.
All right. So look, we're gonna talk about County real
Yes,
quick,
sir.
right? So listen, I've seen a hockey jersey that I need. If you ever make those again,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
Bring your boy one of
Yes,
them.
sir.
I've
It's
seen cups. I've seen stickers. I've seen all this stuff, bro. First question, what is County? What does that represent? And my second question is, how important is branding?
All right, so county just basically represents the county. The county is like homegrown, hometown. This is NC. I got cats who refer to, you know what I mean, they might live in Clayton and Smithfield, but yo, I'm from Johnston County.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Joko, what up?
You know what I mean? Shout out to Joko. Shout out to my my Richmond County cats, man, out in Rockingham and Hamlin and whatnot. Like, yo, there's people, especially coming from NC, that refer strictly as the county. And my thing is, like, you know, up top, out west, you got a lot of, you know, bigger areas and whatnot. It's almost like a borough. Like, granted, it might be a cat from NY, but yo, I'm from Canarsie. You know what I mean? Brooklyn. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just to have that right there, like that type of representation. I say, yo, at the end of the day, I want to have something that represents the county. You know what I mean? Wake County, that's where I come from. 919 is the longitude and latitude. So my whole thing is I'm always representing the county, Wake County. But at the end of the day, it's counties in every state.
Yes.
So it's just something like, yo, I can gravitate, or I can, you know, show love to, like I said, the homegrown, the small towns, things of that nature. So that's what county represents. It's just representing where you from.
That's dope. That's dope. So how important is like branding? Like how? Because I see it everywhere, bro. Like I saw you had tape. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Like, how important is that to you? Like to you and like for any artist watching,
right?
Like, how important is branding?
Well, understanding, man, branding can take you somewhere that you yourself physically in one place might not be able to take yourself. So it's almost like, you know, with McDonald's. Like, you don't have to go to McDonald's to see McDonald's. They might have a billboard or something like that, or they may have advertising, you know, wherever. Branding is so important because what can take you to the next level in terms of consumers. And Drake, you know better than anybody, you know what I mean, with dreams of children. Like, yo, you got to understand that people will see that before they see you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like that'll take you further than actually you saying something or doing something. It's like the brand. People would gravitate towards that child, the lettering of it, all that before they, again, the artist. And just with branding is something outside of music that can take you to a whole nother level. So my thing is like, all right, music. if it just so happens that I just don't make, you know, a crazy amount of revenue just from music, well, hey, you know what I mean? Like with County, I want to make toilet tissue. I want to make air freshener.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? I want to make a line of carpets. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? County restaurant, whatever avenues can be touched. That's where I want to take the brand to. And just for artists, like always remember, sharpen your brand. You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is, because it's numerous brands in the world and the universe. So it's not necessarily it's got to be one way, but sharpen your brand the best that you can every day that you can, because it's going to be able to take you somewhere that, you know what I mean, you might not have ever been before.
That's hard, man. That's hard. That's very important. Like, I know with Dreams of Children, man, same as you, it's so much I want to do with it, and I try my best to even, you know, wear the hat everywhere I
Yes,
go,
sir.
wear the chain everywhere I go.
Important.
Just have a piece of Dreams of Children on me all the time. So I respect it and I feel it. In County, coming from me, you know, your fellow artist, bro, like, you know, your coworker, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I see it, bro.
Salute to you
And
as well,
I
bro.
respect it, bro.
Salute
I
to you as
respect it.
well.
You got some stuff. Like,
I appreciate
I'm a
that,
fan
bro.
of jerseys, bro.
Right, yeah.
And I be seeing the County jerseys, and I'm like, oh my god.
And Drake, I got you, because an exclusive, like in a few weeks, I'm getting ready to drop like an exclusive line of like County jerseys. It's crazy. I got hockey, I got cyclist jerseys, I got of course basketball, baseball. Like just tapping, because I'm like a sports head, fashion head, and those two. Like I love jerseys. Like half of my closet is definitely probably jerseys.
Same,
my
same.
girl can definitely like attest to that. Like I just love collecting jerseys, especially of hometown heroes and whatnot. But also I love to design and make them. You know what I mean? Like I made a Mickey Mouse hockey jersey. Like, you know what I mean? Like patches and things of that nature and custom design, and I'm really big into that. So like I got a Mario joint. You know what I mean? I got a Mickey Mouse joint. Thinking of other characters and stuff, just to, again, it's a creative outlet. So I definitely got you though, bro. I definitely got you. And matter of fact, a hockey jersey at that. Like I'm getting ready to cook that up soon. Definitely will tap in with you, bro.
I'm a sport it. All right, look, man. Let's talk about your catalog.
Yes, sir.
So, bro, I came in at Raps Like Wrestling. And I remember me and my partner Majestic, man. We was sitting in the kitchen. I'll
Shout
never
out
forget.
Majestic too,
we had
man.
a studio in the kitchen. We was sitting in the kitchen and we was watching you with the belt,
Right.
And just laughing like, yo. We was like, yo, this dude got it.
Right.
This is before like wrestling was popping, like you know,
Right,
like,
right,
the
right.
rap world.
Right,
Like,
right.
So you was like really one of the first to do that on that scale. So it was like Raps Like Wrestling. Then we got Trapped in the '90s. Then you know I was listening to Return of the Gap.
Yes, sir.
And then we go through Purple Fried Chicken.
Yes,
we go
sir.
through all these projects and we get to Diastema. And I remember seeing it and I'm like, bro, what the heck is Diastema,
Right.
bro? Like, what does this mean?
Right.
The cover was tight. Like,
Right.
you look cool.
Right.
But I was like, what does this mean? So I always wanted to ask you, that title, Diastema, what does that mean? And let's answer that. What does the title mean?
So diastema is what the medical term of what a gap is. You know what I mean? So mind you, I've had my gap since the day I was born. My mom had a gap. My dad had a gap. So it was just something that was blessed. It was going to be blessed on me regardless. Coming up, my self-confidence was very low at my gap. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, you know, used to get picked on a little bit because of it. And so probably around high school is when I like really fully got confident of having a gap, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I knew it's like I almost wanted to get braces to correct it, but I'm like, damn, it gives me so much of a personality, you know, it gives me so much character. I'm like, nah, I kind of think I just want to rock out with it. So with the music, I say, yo, okay, for the project with Diastema, I ran across it. I forgot how I ran across it, but I had to teach myself first off how to pronounce it, because I'm like Dia, like I literally, the YouTube joint where you put a word in and it teaches you how to say it. I did all that because I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna name an album this, I need to know how to pronounce it. I can't slip up. So really, ultimately, even with Return of the Gap, Diastema, I say, yo, I'm pushing that as a movement. I'm pushing that as a part of my brain as well, my gap, because it's like, you know, when you see me talk or whatever, okay, hey, that's to do with the gap. Mind you, there's people who've referred to me, yo, to do with the gap, then eventually learning Madison Jay. But it's just so much a part of my essence. I'm like, yo, I want to always have something where I'm talking about my gap, because I don't ever like, I had to teach myself, you're like, don't let cats like try to use that against you. So I actually got that from M. 8 Mile. You know what I mean? Him flipping all the things that they tried to use against him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like a move in the art of war. Like, you know what I mean? Don't let people use your inadequacies against you. So I say, yo, I'm gonna embrace that, and I'm just gonna kind of let it be known for others who have gaps, who might not be their self-confidence a little low. Nah, rep that. Be proud of your gap. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, from African culture, it having such strong representation, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna carry that. It's the reason why I got it. I'm gonna represent for it, and for those that have gaps, and we just gonna rock out like that, man.
That's tight. So would that mean your sophomore album since you released it, has the response been what you wanted? Has it been doing what you wanted? Has it been received how you thought it was going to be received?
It's crazy. When I was making it, I'm like, all right, it's my sophomore project. And mind you, within the industry, the thing of having a sophomore jinx. That's literally what I was thinking about. Like, damn, is this going to be like a sophomore jinx? Like, this shit going to be a dud? And it's crazy because my second best song, The G's, is from that project. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jamal Nueve, who produced that, a.k.a. Clinton Place.
Shout out my boy.
It's just one of those things, like, I love the reception of it. Mind you, I would think it's probably, in terms of metadata, probably up there a little bit under Return of the Gap, just because I was going so ham with Return of the Gap in terms of marketing, promo, and things of that nature. But with Hot Shit, The G's, Wanna Be Down, the singles that I released from that, I felt like the album did it's doing what it needed to do in terms of expanding my brand and expanding my artistry, because there's a few songs up there like Walk in the Booth where like I tried a whole different style, you know what I mean? Shout out to Woozy who produced that. It was just like, yo, let me try something, you know what I mean, kind of current, because mind you, I come from that 90s ilk, but with the whole evolution and growth of me as an artist, I'm like, yo, don't ever try to pigeonhole yourself. Like, you always gonna do what you do on a beat, regardless of like if I'm rocking over a heavy 808 beat, or I'm rocking over like a primo type boom bap beat, or whatever it is, my character will always showcase through that. So it's like you don't have to force anything of trying to sound or anything. So again, with Diastema and certain joints up there, it's like, yo, I was able to kind of give a different level of artistry for myself. So I love that project. Y'all definitely make sure you go check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms. It's available on Bandcamp. Definitely support the Bandcamp. Definitely shout out to Bandcamp, man. I love Bandcamp, man. But yeah, man, that's what it was.
Bandcamp, I love Bandcamp, man. Bandcamp like makes it easy for your fans to go directly to you, man. Like, I love it. Bandcamp Fridays, I put it up. You can get merch, the whole catalog. Right. So it's really dope. And a lot of people don't even use Bandcamp to their advantage. And I'm like, bro, they use like Apple and all the streaming service because that's what everybody uses. But like, cool. Bandcamp is the truth, bro.
It's the truth, man. And I've been rocking with them literally since day one, at least for my career. Like Raps Like Wrestling, I threw that up there. And I think it was around Return of the Gap where I started utilizing the merch, having merch available as well. But one thing I just love about Bandcamp, it just reminds me of kind of the essence of what County represents, of like, yo, that artist that's at their home studio in the crib, who's hustling, bustling, and really trying to, make success from this whole thing. We give you that opportunity and that platform. Shout out to Spotify, Tidal, and all those guys. But it's just something. It's almost like a CD on the internet, because you literally can get a direct download of someone's product. Get it?
You get the booklet.
Yeah, you can get all that.
Credits, everything.
All that is little special pieces of, when the release actually drops and stuff, man. But shouts out to Bandcamp. I just think, at the end of the day, I will forever be indebted to them, because they just give artists such as us like that platform to really connect with the artists outside of just, stream this right here and add this to your library. Like, nah, man, Bandcamp gives you so much more.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. You know who I owe a lot to? I owe a lot to Bandcamp, but I also owe a lot to, and the real cats gonna know, I owe a lot to SoundClick. I owe a lot to Jam Glue. Remember Jam Glue?
Yes, sir.
I used to get all my instruments from Jam. I owe a lot to them. Hawkshare, B-Share, SoundCloud. Bro, I owe a lot to all those guys, man, because they really, really, really made it possible for us to put music out.
Yes, sir.
In the early, like, before the teens.
Yeah.
It's super, super dope. So look, man, this is what I want to do. You know me, bro. I love sneakers.
Yes,
bro.
sir. I love them. What are we on right now?
It's
bro?
like three things in life outside of like family and friends that I love.
Right.
Man. I'm gonna tell you, it's music, sneakers, and chicken.
Yes, sir. And chicken. Shout out
I
to
love
the chicken.
chicken,
right?
Bro. And the homies laugh all the time, be like, yo, Dreek, man, I swear, yo, if you want to get signed, just give you like $1 million worth of chicken
Right.
and you'll sign. I'm like, I might do
Right,
it,
I
bro.
might
So
do
look,
it.
man, so one thing I've always noticed about you, bro, you're a fashionable guy,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Like, I can tell from your detailing, your county merch, you're a fashionable guy. But one thing I like that stands out to me is your love for OG sneakers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've seen you in Fila Bubbles, bro.
Yes, sir.
I've seen you in Jerry Stackhouse's, Grant Hills.
Yes, sir.
I've seen you in Shaq Gnosis. I've seen you in stuff, and it's like a guy who be out here rocking Grant Hills and like this 2014, 2013. Right. I'm stepping out in Grant Hills and stuff, and nobody's rocking them but you. And I'm like, bro, he gets it.
Right.
So my question is, where do your love for them OG shoes come from? 'Cause that's all I see you rock for real. Where does that love come from?
Essentially, it's just, mind you, I would consider myself, just from the 90s. The 90s and even early 2000s as well. It was just something about that time period. I know people sometimes get tired of hearing that, but it's just, you just had to be there during that time frame. Mind you, a East Bay baby. So I'm talking about monthly you get that East Bay joint. I remember it was times in class where cats got in trouble for passing around their eBay because cats wanted to look through, check out the latest kicks that was coming out. And just, I used to work at a shoe store. And it's crazy because I used to work with Marlena, with Rhapsody. You know what I mean? At the Foot Action Outlet, man.
I remember seeing you.
You know what I mean? Numerous times, Dreek, we would come through and chop
Bro, not
it
to
up.
get you off track, but I don't know if you remember, bro. You've actually blessed me with the, I don't even know if you remember this joint, bro, the Pippins.
Yep.
The black Pippins, bro. You came through for me on those, bro.
In the cut, too.
In the cut, bro. Shout out you, man. I'm sorry to get you. I just want to let you know I recognize that.
Yes,
I remember that,
yes,
bro.
sir. And they were in the cut, too.
Yeah.
They were in the cut. But it's like, once I got locked in and working at the shoe store, it was a wrap because I was able to get access to joints that would slip through the cusp, or joints that would just, they were super exclusive, might have came out regionally in a certain area or something like that. So just to see Barclays, you know what I mean, coming in, and then for the price point that I was paying, it was like, why would I not get these shoes for $15, $30, you know what I mean? Not really paying crazy bread for these shoes, but I'm just like, it just really took me back. And once I became a thrifter and going into thrifting and then finding exclusives and going to the old sneaker spots, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Ugly, man. He had plugged me in a spot from his hometown. It was this cat, Mr. Moscow, and rest in peace to him. He passed away a few years ago, but he had a store. And bro, when I tell you this dude had the originals, he had a plethora, and this was maybe 3-4 years ago, but he had the original Stack Houses, the original a lot LA Gears, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, a lot of them were the sole, of course, over time the joints break apart. So I had to I went to the store one day and I had to carefully look through to see which joints, all right, the sole is intact, a lot of bunch of old late 80s Adidas, and I'm just I'm in heaven. This dude, mind you, it wasn't a crazy selection, but it was enough to where let me get that, let me get that, let me get that. And my thing is just I want to represent that. No knock to any of the new joints that's coming out. You know what I mean? Much love to KD, much love to LeBron, you know what I mean, on their releases. Much love to, you know what I mean, Yeezy, you know what I mean, what he's doing with the industry, revolutionizing it. But it was just something about those models, man, from the 90s and even the early 2000s that they just classic because you got players like Sean Kemp, you know what I mean, Shaq. I mean, of course, MJ, you know what I mean? You got those templates and it's just why would you not? Moments have been made in these shoes. So it's just, that's what I always keep in mind, man. But I always want to have something fire on my feet, though. That's always.
That's dope. That's dope.
And salute to you, Dreek, man. Because
hey, man.
When it comes, Dreek, I promise you, you've come out with some ridiculous joints, bro. And one thing I say I've gotten for you is a crazy respect for SBs. You know what I mean? Granted, Wale in terms of mainstream, but you, bro, outside of these are actual skate shoes, nah, you don't technically got to skate in these joints. You can really flaunt them, and it's they come in so many crazy flavors. I'm damn, Drake really stay on with the joints. And then just your love for, you know what I mean, those OG sneaks, bro. It's just we just share that love, and it's just like
Bro, I see you, bro.
Still always sharp and still, man. So at the end of the day, I see you as well, bro.
Bro, you had on a feel out bubbles the other day, bro, and I had to hit you in the DM like, bro, what? What did you even get? How long you had? Is that Carolina blue colorway?
Right.
I remember seeing them and I could not get my hands on them, bro. And I'm like, bro, I need those. So that's one of the many things I respect about you is your shoe game, bro.
Much love.
I love it. So my question is like, what? Everybody has that one shoe,
Right.
Like as a kid, you know, I love sneakers,
Right.
I loved all that stuff, but the one shoe that got me into SBs was the white Melvins. Those things are crazy. And I'm like, whatever this is, I need to find every SB there is. So for you, granted, you know, you worked in the sneaker store, you did all that, but outside of that, what was that one shoe that made you be like, you know what? I think I like sneakers, bro. I think I want to do this.
The one shoe that like made me probably like sneaks, I'm gonna be real, it was probably the first main joints that I got, and that was the Reebok. I had the questions when they dropped, but the Reebok Answer, and I had the white and red ones. And I'm talking about, bro, those joints were so, I promise you, and I think I was like 7th grade or something. I felt like the man when I had those shoes.
Those are crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like the man, like just everything about them, the inside on the tongue, you know what I mean, letting you know about the Rookie of the Year joint, because this is basically coming off of him having that amazing rookie year, and then they hit him out. Granted, after the question, the answer, his nickname and whatnot, I say, yo, these joints, like, and that's really what, you know, throughout middle school, getting other kicks, Jays, Reeboks, Nikes, that really was the catalyst right there, because I like these joints are so fire, and I'm getting so much attention from them. I'm like, I like that. I like that attention. But it just grew to even now kind of, it's crazy. My love for sneakers, it did pass down to my kids, but my kids are just so humble, and they come from such a, you know what I mean, such a genuine space that they're like, at least not yet, they're not really heavy into it. They were at first, because mind you, working at the sneaker store, I'm making sure that they laced to the T, you know what I mean? But I would say like that Answer one, man, that white and red one, that just set it off for me right there, because I'm like, okay, it's go time with these sneaks. I got to stay on point.
I remember the Iversons. I used to come when I was living in New York. I would come down to like Johnson County for the summer, and we used to hit the Reebok outlet. He used to have that time. They had all the Iverson, like, all the Iverson jerseys, the shirts, the sneakers, everything. So I used to come up on Iversons, and people sleep on a lot of the Iversons, man. Like Iverson, his shoe run is cold, bro.
It is.
His shoe run is cold, and he got some stuff.
He does, man.
Like, I got a pair of questions not too long ago, and I put them on. I was like, I forgot how dope, how comfortable, how crazy these are. So now that we're in that realm of Reebok, right? I see you in a lot of Reebok.
Yes, sir.
Like, and I respect it, because a lot of people are going to go Jordan. You look at a lot of these collections.
Right.
They're like, oh, man, I got the ones, the twos.
Right.
They might throw an SB in there. They might throw an Air Max in there. But not a lot of people go as hard as Reebok. And I've seen you do Reebok ads. I've seen you weird in all your, like, the G's video. You got the Shagnosis.
Right.
Like, I've seen it. So my question is, like, what is it about Reebok that you love and makes you go so hard for it?
The dude that we were just talking about, man, AI just really, you know, granted, Shaq, of course, being one of the major guys from Reebok to set it off, but AI just had like a different swagger. You know what I mean? He just had a different energy with his whole campaign, and like, mind you, that AI and Jada commercial, that joint is like, it's
classic, bro.
Embedded in my brain, because you're seeing the fusion of hip hop, especially at that time. This is what, like 2000, 2001. So Jada's at his game, you know what I mean? His A game. AI, he's on his A game, and just to see that fusion, I'm like, yo. And it's just something about the brand. It's just classic, you know what I mean? No pun intended, but it's just a very classic brand. And me always wanting to kind of go against the grain, mind you, light work for Nikes, light work for Jays, but it's something about those Reeboks that it's just something about them that I'm like, yo, granted, I got plethora of other shoes as well, but in particular that brand, I just like their esteem. I like how they move. Not in the past recent years, though, because it's been like a lot of ups and downs with the brand and whatnot. But just from the past and early 2000s, mid 2000s, like, I just love just what they represent in the product they were putting out. Steve Francis, you know what I mean? He had a line of Reeboks. Of course, Sean Kemp, the Kamikazes, which I think, like, I mean, you just look at the pedigree we're talking about. I just gravitate towards Reebok a lot just because I respect that classicness about them.
That's dope. How do you feel about P and Baron Davis?
I love what they're
take over
doing.
that
I love
joint.
what they're doing. And Baron, he actually followed me because, of course, shot the ad to him just to check it out, show love, feedback as well. So, what I mean? Shout out to B. Diddy, man. I love what they're doing because, again, Reebok is going through a kind of a change right now. So I feel like Master P, people try to, jam on, bro. But at the end of the day, I know he's got the intentions to bring that brand to prominence once again. And I'm excited to see what they do because I want to be a part of it. Part of self. I want to be a part of that hands down and want to support that, help push that.
How you feel about Reebok is my thing with SB, bro. Like, I tried to skateboard, but my biggest dream is design SB, bro. I got
Right.
so many ideas. And I think, Reebok, if you're watching this, and I know you probably are, what I'm saying? My man doing his thing.
Right.
Get my man, he got some ideas, bro. And I know you can really, make some things happen
Definitely.
over at Reebok. And I respect it, man, because you're pushing a brand and doing a brand that a lot of people don't necessarily go for. They'll rock them on, the
Right,
low,
right,
yeah,
right.
man, these joints is cold, but Reebok is definitely a good thing.
Definitely.
And, coming from I'm not so much in the sneaker game like I was, but I still do my thing. Coming from a fellow sneakerhead, man, I respect it, bro.
Much love,
Just
bro.
let you know, bro, outside of the music, you're doing your thing with the music. I
Much
love
love.
it. The shoe game, I love it, man. I appreciate everything. And I just want to give you flowers, man. That's all I really had to, I just want to come by and talk to you a little bit, man. Let you know what's going on.
I truly appreciate that, bro.
We talked off of camera. Just keep doing your thing, keep rocking, keep hustling, man, and never quit, never stop working. Anything else you want to tell the people, man, before we get out of here?
Hey, man, I just appreciate y'all rocking out, man. Make sure you just support your creatives, man, because, it's a lot of creativity in this world. We just need to continuously keep supporting each other. That's how it goes 360, man. Just continuously keep supporting each other, keep inspiring each other. All that other stuff, man, it's not necessary. One thing I will say, competition is good, but let it be in a good spirit, man. Don't let the competition kind of blind you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all in this together. We all got to put 10 toes on the ground, not unless you got some joints chopped off, and forbid me for, any disrespect. But at the end of the day, we all putting 10 toes on the ground. We all got to walk this walk of life that we in. And at the end of the day, man, of course, follow me, man. That's just automatic. Of course, follow me on social media at the Madison Jay. But at the end of the day, the message I want to get out, man, is just continue to support creatives, young and old, because there's so much out here, man. Like the big homie put us here for a reason. So, I salute this man so much, seeing his growth, seeing his progression, and continue to strengthen and build our relationship, man. To be sitting on this couch chopping it up with this man, this is a great moment. You know what I mean?
That's
Not
love,
even for
man.
him, for me as well. You know what I mean? This is a great guy right here. Salute to him. Keep doing what you're doing, Drake. You know what I mean? At
Appreciate
the
it,
end of the
bro.
day, because sky's the limit for you, bro. Sky's the limit. And I just wish you success in all your endeavors, man.
Much love, man. Appreciate it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with soul music. Make sure y'all support my man Madison Jay.
Yes, sir.
Get that diastema.
Yeah, get diastema. Also, shout out to my brother Rome Jeter. We got the Religion Project. We just released that on the 27th of April. Make sure you get that. That's a collaboration project, man, that we've been in the works for a couple of years. We finally got it out to the people, so we definitely want y'all to embrace and enjoy that, man.
Yo, shout out Rome too, bro.
Yeah, man, shouts
Rome's
out.
another one from that era that's
Yes, sir.
still going and
Yes,
never
sir.
gave up. So I'm happy to see y'all rocking, man.
Yes, sir.
But yo, shout out Rome, follow Rome, like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Please.
Hit up MaDrique.com, DLCMusicGroup.com. We'll see y'all next time, man. Much love. Soul music.
We out.